Okay. Konnichiwa, everybody. Welcome to the USAF online Aikido class series. Welcome to the dojo. Today we have a wonderful kids class instructor, Anna Gallagher from Aikido Center of Atlanta. Really looking forward to class. Just so you know, the way the class is going to work, I'm going to mute everybody and stay muted during the class, please. That way we can make sure that we hear Anna Sensei clearly. Okay, so I'm going to mute everybody, but Anna Sensei, you're going to have to unmute yourself right now.
All right, hello everyone. I'm grateful to be here with you today. So we'll bow in. Okay, please find Seiza, hands on knees, back straight, face front. Onegaishimasu. Please stand up. All right, separate your feet. Start to shift your weight from side to side. Let your shoulders go and just move. Let them move because the rest of your body's moving. I want you to take some big deep breaths and settle your weight down into the ground underneath your feet. Take your eyes and look on the horizon around you. I want you to take in everything that you can see, all the furniture, pets, family members, anything that you need to be considerate of whenever we're moving around. Let your arms move from side to side. Big deep breaths in from the bottom of your feet up through your knees, all the way up through the top of your head, and let it pour all the way back down to the ground. When you shift your weight from side to side, you're aiming for ear over shoulder over hip. Take knee towards toes, knee towards toes. Turn out from your right hip. You've got one foot going forward, eyes, front knee and front foot, same direction. Back leg, take knee towards toes. Turn that foot in parallel, turn out to the other side. Shift your weight forward and back. Check in with your arms, make sure you're not trying to hold on to them. Lift heart space forward, let your shoulder blades go down your back. Turn that leg in parallel, shift out to the other side. And this time you're gonna go from one side, parallel, shift back, other side. Shift back, other side. This time cut your arms up and back down as you push back. Push up, push back. Shift sides, push up, push back. Good. Bring your knees together, make some big circles. Switch directions. Then push your knees forward, turn your shoulders to the side, stretch your hips. Other side. Other side. Good, other side. Okay, separate your feet again. This time you're gonna take your fingertips towards each other and make some big circles. Big circle up, right past your belt, all the way up. Shifting your weight from side to side as you bend your knees. Shift directions with your arms. Big deep breaths. Switch directions again. This time fold forward, all the way down, big circle up. All the way down, big circle up. Switch directions. Good, big scoop up, circle back. Bend your knees, take elbows to your knees, big stretch. Good, place hands down, turn your heels out, push back, hips back. Good, turn your ankles in, take your elbows back to your knees one more time. Good, bring your knees all the way together. Some more circles here. Switch directions, fold your knees, and hug them in. Good, drop all the way down. Take your feet out right in front. Reach your hands all the way up, fold forward, touch your toes. Separate your feet. Right, from here, you're going to point your toes all the way up to the ceiling. Place your hands right behind your knees. Make some big circles with your shoulders. Big, deep breaths. Switch directions. Okay, take the knife blade edge of your hand right here, right behind your pinky. We call it Takatana. Drop it down right in front of your hips. Keep your toes pointing up to the ceiling to push the bottoms of your legs down. Reach out with your hands, big scoop up. Elbows out to the side. Exhale, hands out to the side. Shake it all out at the end. Push forward, scoop up. Elbows out to the side, bring it down. Hands out to the side, big exhale out. One more time, push forward, circle up. Hands out to the side, big exhale. Okay, from here, you're gonna lift up in the center, turn your shoulders toward one leg, drop your arms down. This is a Kokyu motion. You're gonna breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And on the exhale, you squeeze your stomach. You squeeze your belly muscles. So it's kind of, right? It's gonna be, it doesn't have to be super fast. Just take your time. But it's gonna be inhale up, exhale down, ready, go. Good, all the way up in the center, reach forward towards your toes, nose towards your knee. Walk your hands up the side of your leg, other side. Good, big reach up, fold towards the other leg. Reach all the way out to the toes, nose towards the knee. Walk your hands up the side of your leg, fold forward, hands out to the feet. Good, come back up, arms out to the side. You're gonna rotate, put opposite hand on top of your leg, reach the other hand up, look at your hand and lean back. Good, inhale back up, switch sides. Look all the way up at your hand and lean back. Big deep breaths. Inhale back up to center. Okay, from here, bring both feet right out in front. Drag one heel back. You're gonna pick up that foot, kick it out. Bring your knee under your arm, kick it out. Bring it back under your arm, kick it out. Back under your arm, fold it in front of your chest and hug it in with both arms. Shift your weight from side to side. Good, drop your ankle down right behind your knees. Make some big circles with your ankles. Switch directions. Fold your toes back and forth. And then use your knuckles and iron out the bottom of your foot. Okay, make a light fist. I call these drum hands. Drum it out. Okay, using both hands, shake your ankle out. Kick it all the way out, drop it down. Other side, drag your ankle back, grab onto your foot, kick it out. all the way back, kick it out, back, out, back, out. Fold it in front of your chest and hug it in with both arms. Good, drop your ankle down right behind the knee, big circles with your ankles. Switch directions, and then fold your toes back and forth. Okay, iron out the bottom of your foot. Then use your drum hands. Okay, pick up your ankle, shake it out. Okay, from here, you're gonna bring both feet together, knees out to the side. And the first thing you're gonna do is just drop your shoulder down right on top of your knee. So let your knee fall, let your shoulder drop down on top of it, and relax your neck, big stretch. Rock through center, other side. And you really don't have to force this position, just let all your weight drop down. Other side. Other side. Okay, we'll come back to that position, but the next thing we're gonna do is to drop back. This is gonna be a rhythm. So whenever you drop back, it's a big exhale out. Point your head forward. You want your nose towards your belly button. So whenever you rock back, you exhale. When your feet are together, it's an inhale, exhale, feet out to the side. So ready, you can watch first. Drop back, exhale, feet together, inhale, exhale out. Ready, go. Good. Bring your feet back together. Okay, from here, you're gonna rock side to side a little bit more. Now you've got a little bit more motion as you're moving. I want you to relax behind your neck and let your head fall forward for this. So we've got a practice of similar shapes in Aikido. And right now, my feet going together and my knees out to the side is going to be the same as if I switch positions with my knees down. So first, we're gonna travel going sideways. And I'm gonna bring you closer to me. All right. So from here, you've got feet together and knees out to the side. Notice my shoulders in front of my knee. I'm trying not to put it too far back. The first thing you'll do is take that Takatana side, the knife blade edge of your hand, drop it down right next to your hip. When your whole knee and leg touches the ground, draw a big line all the way past, let your ribs come all the way down on top of the leg, rock onto your back, and without going to the other side, I want head, arms, and legs off the ground, and then bend elbows and knees and go right back to where you started. So now's the time to look around. How close are you to furniture, pets, family members, anything else that's going on? Part of the awareness in Aikido is knowing where you are in space, how close you are to anything else. This could be objects or it could be people. Right now, we're at home. I need to know if I'm too close to my furniture, then I'm going to have to adjust my movement somehow. So find a space, maybe go towards the corner on this side so that you have room to move behind you. So as you drop your whole leg down, draw that line here, put your shoulder blade put the ribs all the way down on top of your knee. And if you only have enough room to do one side, rock right back to where you started. Ready, drop in, breathe out when your back touches the ground, fold elbows and knees, come right back up. Switch sides. Drop all the way in, arms, legs, and head off the ground. Then bend your elbows and knees and come right back to where you started. Big exhale down. Go right back to where you started. Now, if you have enough room to make it to the other side, move yourself all the way over and make sure that you see that space first. You're gonna drop all the way in, go across your back. Same thing, fold elbows and knees, come up on the other side. Drop all the way in, big deep breath out. Now notice I'm really close to the couch here, so I needed to be aware of how close I was without smashing into it. So drop back Exhale out, come up on the other side. If you have enough room to go all the way around, see if you can do it 2 times in a row. All the way around. Notice I'm kicking my legs out and then back together. All the way around. Okay, switch directions. All the way around. Good. So from here, that was traveling on this plane. If I'm going to try to stand up and rock back and then stand up again, I'm going to move from one hip right here across my shoulders. So one foot is down flat, this side. I'm using my toes in this active toes position. So from here, rock back, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. Rock back, breathe out when your back touches the ground. Kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. Kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. You might feel like your center, your hips are lifting off the ground. That's good, that's what we're going for next. Keep your active toes here so that you can come all the way up. So ready, rock back. Kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. Rock back, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. Rock back. This time, come all the way up to one knee, big sword cut up. Drop down, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up, big sword cut up. Drop down, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. And if you have enough momentum, keep going all the way to standing. I'm gonna bring you over here so we can stand up together, right? So from here, if you're standing in Han-Mi, you've got half stance. So you've got one foot going forward, one foot going sideways. To drop all the way down, you've got active toes and one knee down. Sit down behind your foot, kick back, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up and push your weight into the front leg to stand all the way up. Tuck the back leg, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up, big sword cut up, tuck 1, kick out 2, tuck 1, come back up. Now from here, if my eyes, my hands, my front knee and my front foot are all facing this direction, I'm gonna practice a pivot. From here, rotate, and now I'm looking at this side of the room. So again, you're looking for pets, family members, furniture, you wanna know where you are in space. We'll get to some more roles and groundwork in a second. But right now I want you to practice knowing where you're at in space and being able to expand from just beyond where your skin stops to notice how much room you can actually take up, okay? So your first part, shift your weight forward and back like we did in the beginning. Knee towards toes, knee towards toes. Big deep breaths in from the bottom of your feet, bring it all the way up, and then breathe out all the way down, pressing the bottom of your feet into the ground. So from here, put your arms out to the side. You're gonna rotate all the way. Really exaggerate twisting from side to side, pointing your toes as the same direction as your eyes on the front foot, all the way around, and then all the way around. And then put your arms out to the side, and I want you to notice that you can see almost 360 degrees, all the way, the entire room. This is where you have the smallest amount of a blind spot behind you, right? If I'm standing with my back to you right now, I can't see you, but I want to be able to take in all the information around me. So this practice of moving in this pivot helps me to be able to see my whole surrounding. So the movements in Aikido, you've got entering, you've got moving back and making space for something else to take up where you just were. Or if I need to be able to see the other side of the room, I need to be able to shift, which is a step and a slide back. So first, we're going to move in and forward. Now, if I'm looking at you and I'm pointing my hand out, this is the line of attack. This is the center. So I want to make sure that I get my body all the way off of that line. So if I'm moving in, we're going to go front foot followed by back foot. So keeping your hands up, you're taking up all of this space with your hands. And again, using that knife blade edge of your hand to carve out extra space for yourself. So sliding forward, this is Irimi. Slide back, cut down. Slide forward, cut up. Slide back, cut down. Step forward, Irimi. You switch your feet. This time I'm going off to this direction. I want to leave this entire line open Slide forward, cut up, slide back, cut down. Slide forward, cut up, slide back, cut down. Slide forward, cut up, slide back, cut down. So for this motion, right now I want you to just keep focusing on seeing with your eyes, your front knee and your front foot, and practice your pivot. Take in all the information of this side of the room and then pivot. And just notice where the things are around you. Being able to use that to your advantage is your first piece of self-defense, is understanding how to pay attention to what's going on around you. Right? Now, if there's something that you need to pay attention to because it's moving into your space, you also have Irini, to where you can move and let it go right past you. Other side, sliding forward, cut up, you move off the line, and if something is moving towards you, doesn't matter if it's people walking through a grocery store or a bike coming down a bike trail, but you're moving off of this line and taking up space going forward right next to it. All right, so before we run out of time, I want to take you through the next plane. Right, so similar shapes. If I'm standing up, I'm here. If I'm dropping down, I'm here. All of this is hanmi, half stance. If I rock back, I'm in the same hanmi, but this time I'm traveling with my roll going sideways. If the one foot is in front and I'm lifting up, then I'm moving in this plane here. Now this one also goes forward, not just backwards. So we're gonna use active toes, right? Feet curled underneath. And your position is going to be one leg out to the side. This is an exaggerated hanmi. Instead of having your foot back here, you're just dragging the back foot way out to the side. Let the knee come down. You're keeping this leg bent for right now, but you want your heel in line with your toes on the bottom foot. On this hand, roll the thumb to the outside, drop it down behind your foot, and then whenever you lift your hips up, you're gonna reach back with this top hand. Okay, so we're gonna start from here. Ready, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down. Roll that thumb out to the side, put it down behind your foot. Use it to help you lift your hips up. Swing the top arm past your face, big stretch back, look back at your hand. Big deep breath here. Drop your hip back down to your ankle. Let the top arm swing past your face first. You're gonna let this arm reach all the way up in a second. Bottom arm stays on the ground, but traces a big circle all the way to the foot, and then put this shoulder down right next to the knee. Shift your weight forward, lift your hips up, press your arms away from each other, and keep this foot on the ground. Both feet are on the ground. So drop your hip back, let that bottom arm swing all the way back behind the foot, top arm swings up past the face, big deep breath here. Good, drop your hip back to your ankle, swing the top arm past your face, bottom arm reaches out to the foot, let that shoulder touch down, lift your hips up, press your arms away from each other, big deep breath. Drop your hip back to your ankle, bottom arm swings all the way back behind the foot, bring the extended leg in, switch sides. You'll notice for home practice, we don't have to go all the way over and do a full front roll if we're practicing making the shape first, because sometimes we might not have enough room if you've got, you know, again, pets, family members, and furniture. Okay, so active toes under here. Keep this leg a little bit bent, not too close and not too extended in the beginning. Place the foot down. From here, arms out to the side, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down. Dial that thumb all the way to the outside, put it behind your foot. Use it to help you lift your hips up, swing the top arm back, look back at your hand, big deep breath. Good, drop your hip back down to your ankle, top arm swings past your face, bottom arm follows. Put your shoulder down right next to your knee on the inside. Lift your hips back up, press your arms away from each other. Feet are touching the ground right now. Good, drop your hip back down, reach that bottom arm all the way out as far as you can. Put it back behind your foot. Use it to help you lift your hips up, big stretch back, look back. Drop your hip back down, top arm swings past your face, bottom arm reaches out to the foot, shoulder blade goes down. Big deep breath. Good, drop your hip back to your ankle, bring both feet underneath you. So the important part about that is if you're taking front rolls, you don't want to leave your face where you're looking at the ground because that's going to make you, it's almost like an instant fear that pops up because the ground is approaching so fast. So if you get into the habit of being able to keep your head right here in the middle of your shoulders, and as your shoulders turn, you look to the back. That's going to keep you safe. Bring your head forward and get your shoulder closer to the ground for later practice. So right here, I'm coming all the way down to feet flat underneath. This is Seiza. Okay, settle your hips. After you do a lot of movement, if you start getting your energy up too high, it's very, very important to bring it all back down. Separate your knees just a little bit more. Sink into the ground. Open your shoulders up. Bring heart space forward. Let your shoulder blades drip down your back. Now I want you to remember this part of your back right here. We have to take up space behind us as well. So lean into that space. Open in your shoulders. You're trying to take up space in all directions. And from here, we're going to reach arms all the way out. Big scoop up. Inhale up. Elbows out to the side. Put your shoulder blades on your back. Big exhale. Hands out to the side. All the way out at the end. Inhale up. Shoulder blades on your back, heart space forward, hands out to the side. One more. Big exhale out. All right. From here, we are going to stand back up. All right, so finding that hind knee position again, where you've got eyes, front knee, and front foot all facing the same direction. Back foot is totally going sideways. When you sink your weight, your knee is going towards your foot, towards your foot, towards your foot, towards your foot. Okay, this time, first we traveled forward for Irimi. We moved off the line of attack and pushed forward. We went right past whatever's coming towards us, right? We went in. This is entering. This time you're watching to see if something is moving into your space. And instead of moving forward or just standing there and getting hit with it, we're going to clear path. So stepping with the back foot, stepping with the back foot. This is going to move over and back just a little bit. Stepping off the line, still guarding your space here. Take up tons of space with the arms and push back from that space behind here where it feels like nothing's there. Lean into it like you're leaning into a chair. From here, step offline, front foot slides all the way back, and then pivot so that you can watch it keep going. So you are clearing a path. This is a practice of clearing this path, but not letting it get behind you where you can't see it. That pivot at the end is essential because you want to be able to watch whatever is moving through your space and keep your eyes on it. So from here, hands up, right? Not guarding your eyes, but this is just taking up space. This isn't even aggressive. This is just so that whatever's moving towards you can actually orbit around you. It moves around you, just the way that you would see like marbles moving around each other. They don't take over each other's space, they just move around each other. So right here, I'm watching the timing. If I go too fast and it's still way over there, it really didn't matter if I moved, right? If I'm too late and it gets here, then I might not be able to get offline in time. So this sensitivity, right? I'm trying to pay attention and to move on purpose. So I'm watching. So shift your weight back, I'm watching. And as it's moving, I can watch it and it keeps on going by. So other side, switch on me. This time I'm moving offline to the side and then moving my front. So if I'm looking at you here, by the time I end up in this position, I'm looking across the room, right? So I've cut a corner. So from here, stepping offline, slide the front foot back, pivot, and watch it keep going. Back to where we started. From here, offline, slide the front foot back. I'm looking at this side of the room now, and then pivot. So now I can see where it's going. One more time on the other side. Stepping offline, slide back, pivot, and watch it keep going. Okay, so that is your tension movement. And the first thing that you do with that before you even move your body is to look around you and to pay attention to the information that you see. So if I need to be able to completely change what I can see, I need to be able to see what's behind me now. So this time we're going to use the back foot to step forward, cut up, pivot. Now slide back and cut your hands down. Now you can see the other side of the room. From here, step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. You're going from hanmi to hanmi. Step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. Step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. This is your irimi tenkan. So you're moving in, but then you're using this motion, which is a pivot, slide your front foot back. We call it a tenkan. So you mix the two together, and it's entering and turning around. Your hands are moving up and down because it's taking up more space. You are really pushing and making whatever you're moving around have to deal with you taking up more space. So step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. Step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. So if we mix a bunch of these together, we have a slide irimi, we have a step irimi, right? Slide irimi is front foot, back foot. Step irimi is the back foot moving forward. So this time you're going to move further back. You need space to be able to travel forward. So from here, you're going to use a cut up, cut down motion with your hands, sliding offline first. This is a slide irimi, cut up, cut down. And now step irimi, step irimi. Okay, again, other side. Slide forward, cut up, cut down. Step irimi, step irimi. Go back to where you started. Slide forward, cut up, cut down. Step irimi, step irimi. Okay? The next one would be if I need to get to the outside and switch my entire direction, I need to be able to see what's going on behind me. So I'm going to use the step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down, and one more pivot. Ready? Step forward, cut up. I'm seeing everything on this side. Pivot, slide that front foot back. Now I can see what's going on here. And then I want to go back to where I started. I want to take in all the information around me. Step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. I don't want to leave this as a blind spot behind me. One more pivot. Now I can see everything over here. Step forward, cut up, pivot, slide back, cut down. One more pivot. We good on time? Awesome. All right. So those motions in those combinations, and especially this cut up, cut down, those are all techniques. You can practice them by yourself right now, and you're practicing how to practice. So being able to slow down, think about where your weight is, not lose your balance, all of this is very, very important practice. So we are going to shift our weight forward on this next part. You're moving from your back foot to your front foot, and then you're going to push your hands all the way down. Now notice this foot is on the ground. I don't want to lift it up and lose my balance, but I do want to think about not leaving it out and extended for too long. I need to be able to move. So this slide your back foot forward. We're going to call it recover your back leg, right? Or I'm just going to say slide your back foot forward. From here, you're going to start with your feet together. From here, we're either going to go towards this. So try to find where you're in the center, and then you have enough space on either side of you to be able to travel the same distance. So from here, if I go to this side, it's going to be this foot that moves forward. If I go to this side, it's going to be this side, this foot that moves forward. So from here, bend your knees, push your arms out, and you're going to rotate thumbs down. So from here, push forward, drop down, stand up and get that back foot underneath you. Slide back to where you started. Push forward to the other side, stand back up, drag that foot underneath you, get your balance back, all the way back. Other side. Push forward and out, get that back foot underneath you. Go back to where you started. Good, push forward, touch down, stand back up, go back to where you started. Push forward, touch down. I did it backwards, sorry. Push forward, touch down, drag that foot underneath you, slide back. Push forward, touch down, slide back. So the one I just did accidentally a second ago, this is also a different type of practice. This would be sliding back to your starting point instead of dragging the front foot back. Because we have to practice being flexible and being able to change whenever the conditions change, whenever the information that you see around you changes. So we're practicing not getting stuck in having to do it one way. So from there, we're going to switch. Instead of dragging the back foot forward, you're going to come right back to where you started. So ready, out to this side first, touch down, back to where you started. Other side, touch down, back to where you started. 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 And you're rolling your hands over with this Kokyu shape every time. Push forward, touch down, slide back. Push forward, touch down, slide back. Push forward, touch down, slide back. Breathe out on the throw and back. So if you were working with a partner, this would be where they're moving around you. So you are taking up lots of space, getting super round and sliding back. And back. Back. And back. Now go back to the first one. Slide forward, touch down, get your back foot underneath you. Now this is information over here, information over here, information over here. So practice your pivot one more time. Pivot, pivot, pivot. I can see everything on this side. Now I need to see everything on this side. So if I need to be able to be flexible because I have more than one person that I'm dealing with, or in this practice right now, you have to use your imagination. So I'm going to push forward to this side. Get my back foot underneath me. The majority of the room is behind me. I don't want to not be able to see it. Pivot your feet. Now you can see over here. Down, touch back. You've got all of this space. Pivot your feet. Now you can see this side. Push forward, touch down, back up. Pivot your feet. Push forward, touch down, back up. Pivot your feet. Push forward, touch down, back up. Pivot your feet. Push forward, touch down, back up. Good. All right. We are going to come back to the floor for the last little bit here. Okay. So at the end of the classes at the dojo, sometimes we'll do, a lot of times we do Coquidosa, which is a breath practice with partners. But right now, you've got you to deal with. You've got you to work with, right? This is a very, very important work. Even if you were working with partners, we all have a responsibility of how we're going to show up to our practice. Ready? So first thing you're going to think about doing is having your hands out like this. You're going to be lifting up, drop down, rock onto your back, head off the ground, legs off the ground, fold your knees and come back to where you started. Make sure you have enough room with furniture, pets, family members, so that you don't run into anything. Lift up, drop down, 2 legs up, fold your knees, come back to where you started. Lift up, drop down, 2 legs up, fold your knees, come back to where you started. Up, drop down, 2 legs out, back to where you started. Lift up, drop down, 2 legs up, back to where you started. Good. Lift up, drop down, 2 legs up, go back to where you started. Lift up, drop down, 2 legs up, back to where you started. Now, if you are the person that is on the other side, if you had a partner, this would be 2 wrist grabs here. You're going to scoop up But this space behind you, again, is very, very important to remember that there is weight back here. It's more of you. So you lean into that and cut up at the same time. You're gonna move off to the side with your knee, cut your hands down and come back. If you are good, if you're familiar with Shiko, this would be one little side step. One little side step on active toes, put your knee back down. So from here, scoop up, one Shiko to the side, settle your knee first, 2 hands down, breathe out, get heavy. Back to where you started. Inhale up, one Shiko to the side, knee down, cut your hands down, get heavy. Back to where you started. Every time with this, you actually start with your feet flat. Ready? Inhale up, one Shiko to the side, cut that knee down, 2 hands down, sink and get heavy. Back to where you started. Inhale up, one Shiko to the side, knee down, cut the hands down, get heavy and get settled. Back to where you started. So rocking back and lifting at the same time. One Shiko to the side, cut down. Good. Ready? Lift up, rock back. One Shiko to the side, settle the knee first, get your balance, and then cut down. Okay, inhale, lift up. One Shiko to the side, get your balance, drop the knee down first, finish dropping your hands all the way down. Big exhale, get heavy. Other side, inhale up, one Shiko to the side, cut down, breathe out, get heavy. One more time, inhale up, Shiko to the side, inhale, get heavy. Good. All right, take a minute to settle all of that hard work all the way down into your center and in heart space. Okay, bring your hands together with your palms up, thumb facing away from you. Sink all of your weight down. Big inhale, hands up. Without lifting your shoulders up. Inhale all the way up, flip your hands over, palms towards the ceiling, reach up. Big exhale out. Inhale up. Flip your hands over, palms all the way up. Reach up high, big exhale, hands out to the side. All right. So stay in that seiza position, please, while we bow out.
And Unageshimasu Sensei, before we bow out, let's just go say hi to our next teacher in 2 weeks. On September 26th, we're going to have Mohammed from Aikido de la Montagne.
Oh, hi, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me. That's a nice thing. And thanks, Anna, for this wonderful class. I always going to be learning something new. It's always a little different, and then always something new that I can apply in other class. I'm really looking forward to spend some time with you guys and then with the kids for sure. And in a couple of weeks, I will be there. And thank you very much to USAF to inviting me. And then hello for everyone from Montreal, Aikido de la Montagne. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, please find seiza, hands on knees, back straight, face front. Hey, domo arigatou gozaimashita. Minasan, arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much to the USAF and the working group, and thank you. It's been an honor to be invited, and thank you for joining me for practice, everyone.
Thank you, Anna. That was awesome. We're so proud of you. That was beautiful work.
Thank you.
Love you, Anna.
Thank you. I want to see you guys.
Thank you.
That was excellent.
Great class. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.